Halima Sissi of Mali might no longer hold the world record for most children delivered at a single birth to survive. Halima gave birth to 9 children, but this feat might have been just usurped by Gosiami Tharma Sithal. When Gosiami and her husband went to the hospital for her pregnancy scan, they thought they would be having a single baby and not a multiple pregnancy. Her scans show that she wasn't carrying twins, triplets, or even quintuplets. Doctors told her that there were 8 fetuses in her womb. But if Gosiami is only pregnant with 8, how could she beat the world record? Let's find out together. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and click the notification bell for more amazing stories. Tehobo Sotetsi and his wife, Gosiame, are a South African couple who live in Tembisa, a township with many working-class residents in Gauteng province near Johannesburg. The couple had previously had twins who were now 6 years old. So when Gosiami's scan revealed that she was going to have octuplets, the couple was caught off guard. I looked at my wife and said, 10 children. On our way to the hospital, I already made a joke and said to her, if you have triplets this time, I would just run away. Who would have thought we would have even more? But I am happy. I know that this is a blessing from God, and I believe He would help us take care of them. Tiboho said. However, while he was looking forward to having more children, his wife had other concerns. Gosiame was worried about how all 8 children would survive in her womb. She expressed her concerns to the doctor and was told that they expect her womb to expand and accommodate the children. Gosiame and Tiboho are also told that they would need to visit the hospital more times than the most pregnant women do because of the special circumstances of her pregnancy. Still, the 37-year-old's pregnancy journey was quite difficult. She had gestational diabetes. Doctors told her that the hormonal changes from pregnancy didn't allow her body to make enough insulin, and the ones that were being made were not used normally. Thus, she was placed on a specific diet to ensure that her children aren't overweight. Gosiami explained that she also did her research, and the results made her worried. I decided to use the internet to see how other women who have more than 5 children at a time deal with it. I realized multiple births with more than 3 children are quite rare, but that's not all. Various websites also explained that pregnancies involving large numbers of babies end prematurely, she said. The South African woman became paranoid, and her worries also raised her blood pressure. Gosiami stated she had many sleepless nights. Some of them she spent praying, and the other nights she was just worried about her unborn kids. Although every time she went to the doctor's office, she was always told that her children were doing well. Nonetheless, she couldn't shake the feeling that something might go wrong. After some time, the pregnant woman started having severe leg pains. At some point, Gosiame also found it quite difficult to walk, so her husband took her to the hospital. Doctors told her she was at risk of having a miscarriage, or the pregnancy could resolve itself even without treatment. And it seems like the latter is what happened. Gosiami went into labor after 29 weeks of gestation. Tiboho drove her to the Steve Biko Academic Hospital, Pretoria. After they got to the hospital, the husband was asked to go because of the COVID-19 restriction. Gosiami said, "This was decision time. I remember on the way to the hospital, I held my sister's hand and we started praying together from our house all the way to Pretoria because I was scared and anxious. My major worry was that many women who are pregnant with over 5 children deliver their children, but then most of the babies also die prematurely. I didn't want to lose any of my children. And that's what I kept praying for. I just wanted God to take control, and what happened next was indeed a miracle." On the 8th of June 2021, the mayor of the town announced that Gozaime gave birth to 10 children rather than the 8 shown in her ultrasound scans. She was admitted to the hospital late in the morning on the 7th of June. A group of 4 doctors and 2 nurses attended to Gozaime. The medical team was just as surprised as you are that she claimed to have given birth to 10 rather than 8 children. According to Pretoria News, Gozaime delivered her children through a cesarean section. Teboho stated that he received a text from his wife confirming that she had 6 boys and 2 girls. Yes, that would make 9. After she gave birth, the doctors realized that the 10th one was not exactly a baby, but an underdeveloped fetus. However, Teboho said she hasn't sent him any pictures of the children. I haven't seen any pictures yet. I am not surprised because my wife is always careful about such things. Right now, I feel like Gozaime and I are God's chosen children because this is a miracle. We were expecting 8, but then to get more, it can only be God's doing. I can't wait to hold my wife again and also see my children, Teboho said. However, the 41-year-old hasn't met any of his children ever since then. After the news was shared by the local media, donations started flooding in for the babies, which were now dubbed the Tembisa 10. The story went viral and caught the attention of international media and the Guinness Book of World Records. However, after further investigation, no one is sure whether it did or did not happen. Editor-in-chief of Pretoria News, Piet Rumpidai, states that he and the couple attend the same church where he was introduced to them in December. After they became close friends, the couple told him that Gozaime was carrying 8 babies. The editor also claims that he interviewed the couple a few months before she allegedly gave birth to 9 children. And just like Teboho, he also got messages from Gozaime stating that she had delivered her non-octuplets. He published the news despite seeing no pictures of the children. Thus, no one is sure whether Gozaime and Teboho's story is true or false. With no concrete proof to ascertain this story, the world record for most children delivered at a single birth to survive still belongs to Halima Cissé, is a 26-year-old born and raised in Timbuktu. Despite being an only child, she always wanted a large family. And after getting married to Army officer Adjutant Kadir Arbi, her wish came true. The couple had initially given birth to a girl whom they named Sauda. 3 years later, Halima was pregnant again. However, the news they got at the doctor's office was information no one could have predicted. The Malian's ultrasound scan showed she was carrying 7 children. After the news became public knowledge, doctors in the West African nation had been concerned for her welfare and the chances of the baby's survival. So the government intervened. After a 2-week stay in the hospital in Mali's capital, Bamako, the president instructed the health ministry to move Halima to Morocco. The pregnant woman was admitted to Ain Borgia Clinic in Casablanca when she was 25 weeks pregnant. The doctors postponed her delivery date by 5 weeks to increase the chance of the baby's surviving. With the help of a team of 10 doctors and 25 paramedics, Halima gave birth to 9 children through a cesarean section rather than 7. She delivered 5 girls and 4 boys. Children were kept in incubators for 2 to 3 months because of their premature birth. After her delivery, her husband Kader said, "God gave us these children. He is the one to decide what will happen to them. I'm not worried about that. When the Almighty does something, He knows why." The children use an average of 45 diapers a day and drink 15 kilograms of milk per week. The non-octuplets divide doctors' expectations by surviving and thriving. It is now amazing to see the children are healthy. In the beginning, it was tough as they were very premature. My children do not sleep at the same time. When some are falling asleep is when the others wake up. Breastfeeding was not easy. When we were at the hospital, I was using a breast pump, Halima said. So, what do you think about Goswami and Halima's stories? Let me know in the comments section below. See you next time. Binding bonds through beautiful tales. Thank you for watching.